Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Big shout out to all of my 9 viewers. Love ya. So welcome to High Quality Trades, everyone, where we go over simple support and resistance levels, trendline breaks, and pattern formations. And I give you the price targets of where price is headed in the coming days. So let's get into it. In today's video, we will be going over the most significant support and resistance levels on the SPY, the QQQs, Apple, Tesla stock for the upcoming days. So let's start this video off here on the SPY's 4-hour time frame. So today is January 18th, and the most recent close of the SPY was 597.58. On Friday, it reached a high of 599.63 and a low of 595.61. It was positive 1% on the day. So we had a great day on Friday and a great week overall. But come early next week, what should we expect? So you see here on Friday, we ran up to our 599.60 resistance level, and the buyers could not push above. So the bears stepped in and pushed price lower. So come Tuesday, if we are to open up lower, then it looks like we'd head down towards our 200 period moving average, which resides somewhere in the 595 level. But if that level couldn't hold, if the 200 cannot hold, then we'd head down to retest our descending trend line here as support, and we should bounce off of it most likely. If price does something like this and then we bounce back up, we would then head up towards the 599 level again, and it should break it this time with any luck. And then we'd head up towards 602. Now that is where I'd expect some bears to try to step in and push price lower, but overall the bulls should be able to hold the 602 level. Then we could head up towards all-time highs around the 609 level. That would be the best case scenario. Now, if come Tuesday morning, the SPY starts to fall, well, I would expect some buyers to step in around this level, but say they can't, and we fall below our descending trend line as support, then we should head down towards the 590 level, and that's where I'd expect some bulls to try to step in and push price back up. But even then, if we weren't able to hold the 599 level, price would then head down towards 585. So those are the levels that I would be looking for the SPY to fall down towards if some bearish momentum comes into the market. Now I tell you this because we do have some bearish divergence here on the momentum oscillator. If you notice, the highs here and the highs here are not matching. It took way more force to bring price up to here than I did this time, and so that means the bulls are tired. We also have a little bit of bearish divergence on the RSI, with price managing to make a slightly higher high here, but we weren't able to take out the highs here. If you notice, the high here on the RSI was 76.87, and the high we reached on Friday ended up being 78.21. So we did break the high on the RSI, but we did not impress. That is known as bearish divergence. So that could signal that the SPY is going to fall going into Tuesday and just back test some of these support levels. I'm still optimistic based on the break of this trend line that we'll head up past the 599 level, break the 602 level, and then head up towards all-time highs. Alrighty, that's going to be it for the SPY. Let's now go over the QQQs. So the QQQs here on the 4-hour time frame ended up breaking its descending trend line early on Friday as well, and then we pushed a little higher. Being that the QQQs has now broken this descending trend line, it should head up towards the 526 level in the coming days. Now what we should be looking for come Tuesday morning is whether or not the triple Qs can break above the highs that it made on Friday. If we can get above like 523, then we should head up towards the 526 level. But if price has trouble getting above this level, it'll probably fall back down and try to retest this descending trend line as support. So we'd be looking for price to do something like this and then head up towards the $26 level. It may be that we fall down to the 516 level first and then come up to the 526 level. But either way, I'm looking for the triple Qs to now head up towards this level and then break it. Then we can head up towards 531. And then with any luck, we'd head up to new all-time highs around 539. That would be the best case scenario. A worst case would be if the triple Qs falls down towards 516 and cannot hold this level, and then we back test it as resistance, then it's most likely the triple Qs will head down towards 510. They could even head down towards 503. So I would be prepared for either scenario going into next week. Now if we look down here at our momentum oscillator, we do have a little bearish divergence between the highs here and the highs here not matching. And then the RSI seems to just have some matching highs here. It's not quite a bearish divergence yet because I believe this high is 76.47. And then the highs we were able to reach on Friday were 73.84. So this may mean that the triple Q still has room to run and could head up towards 526. One thing I didn't talk about on the SPY, but if the RSI manages to break this high here and then also break the high here, then this divergence is null and void, and then obviously we would continue on moving higher. So we do have to be careful when we're trying to play these divergences. You can't just see them and say, oh, that's bearish divergence, and try to short at that level. You have to wait and see, get confirmation by the candles first. So anyways, that's the bullish and bearish scenarios on this triple Qs going into next week. Let's now go on to Apple. So Apple had a rough week. We did get a bounce early in the week and then we fell back down. We fell pretty hard on Thursday, all the way down to 228.76. Now the reason I want to bring this one to your attention is we do have this bullish divergence still forming here on the 4-hour time frame. We have these lower lows here, but the RSI is making higher lows. So actually, I'm looking for this one to get a big push higher coming soon. If it doesn't, if the RSI falls below this level, then this is null and void. It would mean price heads down to the 221 level, and we'll have to see how price reacts around this level. But currently, the divergences I'm noticing here on the momentum oscillator and the RSI, from my experience, usually plays out to the upside. So we're looking for this 228 level to hold as support, and then Apple head up towards 237. So look for that. Let's go on to Tesla. So Tesla is breaking out of what looks to be a bull flag pattern. Now, if we were to get a full measured move of this bull flag, that's putting Tesla up here around 556. Based on this bullish break to the upside, what I would first be looking for Tesla to do is take out these highs here. So Tesla must push towards the 470 level and then break that as resistance. Maybe back test it as support, then break these all-time highs here. and then after maybe back testing that, we head up towards the 556 level. That would be the best case scenario on this one. I do notice a bearish signal here between the highs not matching, between these highs here. So it may be that Tesla will back test the upper descending trend line here before getting a push higher, going into like Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Alright, anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. High quality trades. I'll see you guys in the next video.